Before I leave you off the hook, there's still a handful of topics you should go through if you don't want mayhem to strike within days.
Let us begin the Huma's political theory course. If you open your manual, chapter 12, page 78, paragraph 4.
Rupert, we don't distribute these manuals to administrators anymore. Budget reallocation? Just make it short, yes?
Oh, I wasn't aware. I'm not a fan of improvisation. Can we postpone this?
Step aside, buddy. Let me handle this. All right, Chief, here's the deal. There's some kind of scepter imbued with the power to control the hummus population. It's planted in a magical rock in front of the temple. It randomly selects a new ruler whenever there isn't one. And then that guy has to go through the coronation process to finally do his thing. And, the ruler, do what rulers do. Same as you, I guess? Sorry, Chief, I'm still a bit fuzzy on what you actually do.
Administrator, please note that hummus rulers will determine the life paths of others as well as what to build according to their personality. So expect wildly different priorities from a ruler to the next. These rulers often bolster the spirit of the hummus that they favor, giving them an edge for as long as this ruler remains in power.
Which means, if you don't like this one, you can change. Just spitballing ideas, of course, but an inappropriate ruler could end up having an innocuous accident, like smashing his face against a wall. Such a tragedy. The king is dead. Long live the king. Such eagerness.
Ah, the brave hummus explorers. Famous for, well,
Seems that these resources are free to claim. Good for them. Uh-oh. Another squad isn't having as much of a good time. Oh, very, very bad puppies. You did good. However, more will come if you don't also destroy the lair. These logs might come in handy. If you can aim, that is. Oh, look. They were guarding a chest. Maybe you should crack that open.
Chief, all that cash will, come in handy. Let's use it to kickstart our hellish operations.
Ugh, what a mess. Look at these degenerates, blobbing up chaotically. They should wait their turn in an orderly fashion. Yeah. Yes, Oh, much better.
It's prettier that way, and has the added benefit of preventing them from accumulating sin while inside the line.
Chief, all of this is fine and dandy, but what about our breaks? I've seen guys purposely take longer if you don't give them facilities dedicated to chilling. Not me, of course. I would never do that. No! Why?
Sweet.
We don't want souls to bubble in here. You should connect the building with an imp-only road to avoid hummus getting lost in personnel-only neighborhoods.
Working too much, not one's heart. Oh boy, finally.
It's good you tidied things up a bit, but it's still missing something. Maybe it's a bit too bland. Look at the souls. They behave like they're in an amusement park. We should spook them a bit.
Done for now.
Administrator, are these decorations meant to stay?
Holy hell, some of these decorations scare the bejesus right out of me.
Yeah, I might have to file a complaint if you make us work around these.
Oh, there's always something. We should probably build motivating props as a token of goodwill for the employees.
Oh boy, finally.
I hope they're happy now. Or at least happier. Not sure I can ever be satisfied.
We heard that.
What? Oh!
All right.
Ah, much better. They should work faster now. Maybe. I was thinking, this heavy magical tome you were given when you got the job. Maybe we should have a little chat about it. It is the one and only Liber Administratum, a codex of immense power raving about the art of bureaucracy. Your predecessors imbued it with teachings of their own, before it was eventually passed on to you. You will have to attune to it if you want to decipher its powers and technologies. Don't let yourself be intimidated by it. With time, it will be easier to navigate through its chapters. Each of them comes with its unique theme and passive powers to unlock. This is also where you can research new constructions and spells, but it doesn't come cheap. The heroes are the heavenly currency you will have to spend to study the Liber Administratum and unlock new powers. To get more, you'll have to do your job and purify the hummus of their sins. More precisely, every time a Hummu resurrects from hell with a low enough amount of sin, you will get one hero. Easy enough, yes? Here, I was allowed to award you 5 heroes to get you saddled up, courtesy of the chairman. For now, let's have you acquainted with a very important tool, the Souls Dispatcher. Good. Thanks to this tool, you will segregate souls according to any criteria you may fathom. This is by far the most important building for an efficient bureaucracy. the overview, you can see all 3 exits with their respective rules, if any, as well as the current fallback exit. You can set up a new rule from here, but we'll see that later. This is the details panel. When a soul enters a dispatcher, it checks if it matches any existing rule. Remember though, it checks from top to bottom, and the soul will go out on the first matching exit. Whether it's a specific sin, various statuses they can have, or other characteristics, each category has its own rule language. You'll have to explore the various options in due time. Make sure to set the different parameters according to your needs. We will want a hero's lane that checks the amount of corruption in a soul before letting it through. That way, you'll make sure to only resurrect souls that will award you a hero. Now that we have our rule for specific souls, we have to determine what happens to souls that do not meet it. This happens in the fallback exit section. Here, you can select a lane in which souls will go if they do not match any of the rules set above. In our case, we want souls to loop back to our Omnisin doctors due to their sin level being too high. Could you kindly? Great, great! You learn fast. Now it's up to you to make up your own rules. In a bureaucracy, making stuff up can be its own reward. Now, this hell is already much smarter than when we found it, but it's still missing one little thing. Loops.
Working too much. Not good for one's heart. Finally.
Perfection. I think we're done here for now. Nightfall. The hummus will stop working and head home now. I could tell you they're going to go to sleep, but you're a grown-up. You can take the blunt truth. Hummus tend to shaboink at night. A lot. In fact, they can get pretty naughty, even to my standards. At least now you know where their daily natality comes from.
If I may, should you feel like preventing them from having a promiscuous night, you can always disturb them during the deed. If you do that, it will remove them from those partaking in the natality count for the next dawn.
Why would you prevent them from having some fun? No. This goes against my work ethics.
I wonder why. Damn buzz succubi are the best.
Well, if you're overflowing with hummus, with all the problems that it brings, and want to slow down their development, that would be a good way.
You should keep an eye on your fake coins. You spend them rather fast.
However, note that studies have shown that disturbed humas are prone to wrathful tantrums if disturbed during their frivolous moments. So much so that they might just go back to work rather than stay home to listen to this cacophonous chaos.
I think we've established that we shouldn't do that. So let's wait for dawn and check the morning's fresh creation of newcomers.
Administrator? It seems that one of your collaborators deserves a raise. Surely that takes priority over messing with people's night activities.
Yes.
Good employees do not come cheap. Sometimes fostering mediocrity is a good way to save cash.
Really?
What? I'm just saying. That's an option. Every day at dawn, you will have to pay the sum of all wages and maintenance costs of Hell buildings merged into the upkeep value. If you can't pay, you should expect strikes from your employees.
You're damn right we will!
Don't mess around with people's cash.
We're not slaves, I think.
See? You'll want to keep a close eye on your upkeep. All right, I think that's it. We've covered some more advanced notions. Let's give you the opportunity to experiment a little bit and earn some much-needed heroes.